Hey everybody, and welcome back to SFF180. This is Mailbag Monday for July 14th, 2014. Thank you for joining me. Well, after a week away from any new mail and getting to take a little bit of time off, as you can see, I have a nice big hefty new stack here, and it's really pretty heavy. So we're going to dig into it right away. I've had a flurry of new subs in the last few days since the weekend, so welcome to all of you, and thank you for joining me. So without further ado, I'm going to dive into the mailbag. For those of you who are new here, the whole point of Mailbag Monday is these are the review copies that I receive from publishers and publicists each week. In the mail, I unopen the entire batch here on camera. We get to see what the books are all together at the same time, and you tell me which looks most exciting to you, all right? So without further ado, okay, and this is a package from Simon & Schuster. Well, this is really quite exciting and unexpected. Thank you very much, folks at Pulse. This is the new novel by best-selling YA author Scott Westerfeld. He did like the Uglies trilogy and that steampunk trilogy, Behemoth and Leviathan and all those. This is his new book, comes out in September. It's called Afterworlds, and let's check it out, see what it's all about. Let's see, it says, Darcy writes the worlds, Lizzie lives them. But there's no actual sell sheet, and it doesn't say anything on the back except, in his stunning new novel, Scott Westerfeld tells two stories, one of a soon-to-be-published YA author, and the other of the novel she is writing, in a brilliant high-wire act of weaving two epic narratives and unforgettable heroines into one. Westerfeld's latest work is a triumph of storytelling. Okay, well, great. That's all we get for a synopsis, so I guess they're keeping it close to the vest to build the suspense. But this one comes out September 23rd. From Simon Pulse. And a little package from Random House. Okay, so this is the final release copy of a book that I've already received in art form. This is the latest book in the steampunk series Burton and Swinburne, steampunk series by Mark Hodder. These are a lot of fun. It's 9 p.m. on February 15th, 1860, and Charles Babbage, the British Empire's most brilliant scientist, performs an experiment. Within moments, blood-red snow falls from the sky, and Spring-Heeled Jack pops out of thin air in London's Leicester Square. Though utterly disoriented and apparently insane, the strange creature is intent on one thing, hunting Sir Richard Francis Burton, because, of course, Burton put him in his place in the first book. Spring-Heeled Jack isn't alone in his mental confusion. Burton can hardly function. He's experiencing one hallucination after another, visions of parallel realities and future history. Someone or something is trying to tell him about what? When the revelation comes, it sends Burton and his companions on an expedition even the great explorer could never have imagined. A voyage through time itself into a twisted future where steam technology has made a resurgence and a despotic intelligence rules over the British Empire. So there you go. The Return of the Discontinued Man, now available from Pyre. Okay, well, this is new from Tor. It's the new book by Tobias Buckle called Hurricane Fever. I really like Tobias Buckle's work. Let's see, in Buckle's high-octane 2012 thriller Arctic Rising, readers met an intriguing espionage agent by the name of Prudence Rue Jones. Now in Hurricane Fever, a standalone novel set in the same near future, Rue takes center stage as a plot for world destruction threatens life as we know it. The seas aren't always calm for an ex-spy living in the Caribbean, particularly as hurricanes come fast and hard against the shores of the islands he calls home. But any peace he might have had is shattered when an old spy buddy sends him a mysterious message as his dying act. Suddenly, Rue is in a race against the weather and the clock to stop a plot intent on releasing a chemical weapon across the world. So Hurricane Fever on the racks right now. Okay, I'm very happy to see this. This is the third book in a trilogy, or maybe a series, I don't know, maybe more books than that, by D.B. Jackson, whose actual name is David B. Coe. He's written some very good epic fantasies under his real name, and now, as D.B. Jackson, he is undertaking this series, which looks like it's in sort of a revolutionary motif. The previous books were, I think, Thief Taker and Thieves' Quarry. And this is A Plunder of Souls, the newest book in the series, which is out on the stands right now. So this sounds like the sort of thing you might like if you're into Scott Lynch and the Locke Lamora books, but A Plunder of Souls is now out from Tor. And here's yet another Tor package. Oh boy, this one. Okay, I got this as an ARC. Some of you may remember several episodes back, the Little Green Book of Chairman Rama. Okay, in the year 2061, North and South America are under one utopian government, the Green States of America, led by the charismatic Chairman Rama. It's been 20 years since the Green Revolution ended, and in that time the chairman's government has been relocating all citizens to densely populated reservations so that most of the land can be reverted to nature. Happy progressive citizens carry a copy of the little green book at all times. Because that's how progressives are. We like to have our little, Bibles that, we refer to under our arms at all times. It features their revered leaders' quotations such as, "Animals are not lower life forms than humans," and "In green we trust." I am actually physically getting stupider reading this. I'm feeling my IQ points drop with every sentence that I read. It is a bright green society and an ecologist's dream come true. The scars of the industrial age are gone, and at long last humans and nature live in perfect harmony, but it has been accomplished through brutal totalitarianism, a green police state that is more repressive and murderous than any in human history. Because yes, of course, being someone who wants to take care of the environment and make sure that our Earth is a sustainable environment for our sons and daughters and later generations is, of course, no different than being a repressive, murderous, fascist totalitarian. Right. Something tells me that this might be my Turkey Day choice for this year. For Thanksgiving, I do the Turkey Day special, where I review a particularly awful book. Now, admittedly, I am sort of judging it sight unseen, but, the sell sheet drops a lot of hints as to exactly what kind of book it might be, so who knows. But anyway, the little green book of Chairman Rama for all you progressive, environmentalist, fascist, Nazi, commie pinkos out there. Here it is. Go, hug a tree, but not too hard because you might hurt it. Okay, so getting back to something that might just be a little bit less reactionary, we have this is a short story collection from Ben Bova, one of the hard science fiction greats, former editor of Analog and Omni, and this is a book called New Frontiers, which features, it says 14 startling visions of yesterday, today, and tomorrow from the 6-time winner of the Hugo Awards. So here you go, hard science fans, this one's for you. This is a very nice new hardcover edition from Tor, Ben Bova's New Frontiers. Really, something from Penguin. That's unusual. As you know, we've been having a bit of trouble getting books in from them. In fact, I got an email not long ago, and it was actually it was a form letter, so I guess a lot of different reviewers got it, but they were confessing that they were having problems getting stuff out on time and everything, so let's see what this is. Oh, well, here we are. John Varley's Dark Lightning, a Thunder and Lightning novel. Well, let's see what this is all about. Okay, so this is the 4th and final book in a space opera, or maybe just a deep space hard SF series that began with Rolling Thunder and Red Lightning and titles like that. But it's about the enormous starship Rolling Thunder, which was made from a hollowed-out asteroid and powered by energy that no one understands, except for Jubal Broussard, its genius inventor, like most of the ship's inhabitants. Jubal remains in a state of suspended animation for years at a time, asleep but never aging. But this time, the moment he emerges, he makes a shocking announcement. The ship must stop or everyone will die. Well, that would really, really suck. But anyway, Dark Lightning. I've missed reading, just good deep space adventuring stories, old school kind of stuff. If you'd like for me to undertake this series, all the way from book 1 through this one, let me know in the comments. But anyway, yeah, Penguin, thank you for sending that. So hopefully, we'll be back to the regularity of things like we used to be. All right, here is a hefty and heavy package with multiple books in it. And it's from an imprint called Lee and Low Books. Oh, I think I know what this is. This is a publisher who specializes in YA SFF. And I don't get that much YA stuff, but I've been in touch with these people, and they've sent me what appears to be a very nice package, which looks like it barely survived the shipment in the mail here. So let's see what's in this, shall we? Okay, wow, as you see, there are 4 really nice squeaky clean hardcovers in here, and let's see what all these are. Let's see, there's also this kind of cool postcard looking thing with some kind of big cat on it. So, Okay, well, here's a really nice looking book called Drift. Appears to have an aquatic theme. There are no actual sell sheets in here, so I guess I'm just going to have to read from the actual jacket copy. Let's see what this has to say here. Okay. Tenjat lives on the shores of Hell, an ocean filled with ravenous Naga monsters. His island, a massive turtle, is slowed by the people living on its back. I go, okay, kind of like Discworld. Tenjat is as poor gets, poor enough even to condescend to the shame of marriage so his children can help support him one day. But Tenjat has a plan to avoid this fate. He will join the Handlers, those who defend and rule the island. Handlers never marry, and they can even provide for an additional family member. Against his sister's wishes, Tenjat joins the Handlers, and just in time, the Handlers are ramping up for a dangerous battle against the Nagas, and they need every fighter they can get. As the Naga battle approaches, Tenjat's training intensifies, but a long-hidden family secret, not to mention his own growing feelings for Avi, his trainer, put his plans in jeopardy and might threaten the very survival of his island. So, this looks like it's a story that really deals with its cultures, and its world building, but just the customs of its people. Fascinating sounding and a very attractive edition. But this is called Drift, and the author is M.K. Hutchins. Let me know. Okay, next they have sent me an entire trilogy. This is by an author, Karen Sandler, and the books are Tankborn, Awakening, and Rebellion. They just sent me the whole thing. Well, let me just read from the first one, and we'll see what it's all about. I do like that. It appears to have a POC heroine. Best friends Kayla and Mishala know they will be separated when the time comes for their assignments, capital A, assignments. They are gens, genetically engineered non-humans, and in their strict caste system, gens are at the bottom rung of society. High-status trueborns and working-class lowborns, born naturally of a mother, are free to choose their own lives. But gens are gestated in a tank, sequestered in slums, and sent to work as slaves as soon as they reach age 15. When Kayla is assigned to care for Zul Manel, the patriarch of a trueborn family, she finds a host of secrets and surprises, not least of which is her unexpected friendship with Zul's great-grandson. Meanwhile, the children that Mishala is assigned to care for, are being stolen in the middle of the night. With the help of an intriguing lowborn boy, Mishala begins to suspect that something horrible is happening to them. Looks like it could be really interesting, and of course, I always like to see, and I want to see, diverse voices in SFF. Okay, everybody, last but not least, here's a big old thing that has been sent to me from, well, I can't, what in the world? Okay, hang on. Oh, okay, it's these. Well, thank you for sending them in such a sturdy box. This is a book called Brilliance, and its brand new sequel, A Better World. I've been hearing about this a lot on Twitter, so I went and I sent an email out to the publicist, and here they are. This one, Brilliance, there's a movie coming out that's in the works, and A Better World is now just being published, the sequel. So let's see what these are all about, shall we? Okay, they're too cool to make plot synopsis easy to find. Here we go. The Brilliance changed everything. Since 1980, 1% of the world has been born with gifts we'd only dreamed of. The ability to sense a person's most intimate secrets, or predict the stock market, or move virtually unseen. For 30 years, the world has struggled with a growing divide between the exceptional and the rest of us. Now, a terrorist network led by Brilliance has crippled 3 cities. Supermarket shelves stand empty, 911 calls go unanswered, fanatics are burning people alive. Nick Cooper has always fought to make the world better for his children. As both a brilliant and an advisor to the President of the United States, he's against everything the terrorists represent, but as America slides towards a devastating civil war, Cooper is forced to play a game he dares not lose, because his opponents have their own vision of a better world, and to reach it, they're willing to burn this one down. Well, that's not good, but anyway, A Better World, a new book by Marcus Saki, and its a predecessor, Brilliance. Anyway, let me know in the comments. Like I said, the first book is about to be a film, so alrighty then. And according to the cover blurb, Gillian Flynn really loves it, so that could be a thing. Thank you all for joining me once again. That is the mailbag for this week. So let me know in the comments which of these looks most intriguing and exciting to you. And as always, please like, share, and sub. Sharing is very important, especially the Mailbag Monday videos. This is just where I promote. I give exposure to books. A lot of writers, exposure is a very difficult thing to get. Not everybody is J.K. Rowling or Stephen King or Brandon Sanderson. It's a lot of authors have a hard time, and it's just being seen. So the Mailbag Monday, this is where I just have a chance to say, look, here's some new books by some folks, and check them out. Subscribing really helps the channel grow. Let's push on to 1,000, get there, and once again, thank you all for joining me so much, and until I see you next time, happy reading.